we want to find a word that means all the physical material things in the entire universe. For instance, this desk is a physical material thing. This coffee cup is a physical material thing. The laptop is a physical material thing. As a matter of fact, even the Earth and all the stars and planets are physical material things. So what we want is a word that means all of these things. So when you read the word matter, your first thought should be all the physical material things in the universe, all the things that you can see and feel. But keep in mind that there's also things that are matter that you cannot see and feel. For example, bacteria or viruses. You can feel their results when you get sick, but you can't actually see or feel them unless you have a microscope. Another form of matter that you cannot see or feel is a single atom. All atoms are a type of matter, and all matter is made up of atoms, or at least a part of an atom, such as an electron, a proton, or a neutron. So all the things that you see around you, the physical material things that you use every day of your life, are made up of atoms. And we call all of these things matter. Now let's take a different approach. Let's go outside and look at some other types of matter. We're down here in the stream bed today to talk about matter, mass, and volume. One moment. I need to move this rock out of the way. Well, you probably knew that wasn't going to happen, didn't you? This rock is matter. And we know instinctively that when you have a rock this size, this much matter, that it's going to take more than one human being to move it. On the other hand, here's a rock made out of the same type of material, a sandstone, and I can pick it up easily. Why? Because there's far less matter here. So, are rocks the only type of matter that there is? No, not at all. As a matter of fact, matter is pretty much everything that you can see or touch. The trees are matter. The leaves are matter. Water is matter. Pretty much everything in the physical universe that you can see or touch would be classified as matter. So matter is anything that's physical and material. If you can see an object, it has to be matter. If you can touch an object, it has to be matter. And then there's matter that you cannot see or touch, such as the single atom or a microorganism. There is also matter that you can touch but you cannot see, such as the air that we breathe. The air that surrounds the Earth is made up of 78% nitrogen atoms and 21% oxygen atoms, and then 1% of several other types of gases. We usually don't think of touching the air. We can walk through it easily because the atoms are spaced so far apart. But during a windstorm, we can feel the nitrogen and oxygen atoms hitting against our skin, and we refer to this as the wind blowing on us. The concept of matter is as much philosophical as it is scientific, and no one understands it completely. But the good thing is, we can measure the amount or quantity of matter in an object, and that helps us to understand the concept just a little better. When we measure the amount of matter in an object, we determine what we call its mass. And the mass is in units of grams. So when we determine the mass of an object, we express the answer in grams. Well, I just thought I'd try it one more time. But it's still too much matter for me to lift. Here on Earth, the more matter you have, the heavier it is. So could we use weight as a method of measuring the amount of matter of an object? Well, we could here on Earth, but there's a problem with that. If you go far out into space, where there is no gravity, this rock would weigh 0.